Hi, my name is Mark Gross. I'm Chief Creative Officer, co-founder of Highdive Advertising in Chicago, Illinois. I am president of the Radio, Audio, and Podcast Jury. My judging experience has been terrific this time. I've never done, I might have done the LIA a bunch of years ago. You know, there was a lot of returning jury members and it felt very family-like. Everyone knew one another, just a really talented bunch of jurors, and we really clicked and it was fantastic. The work we saw this year was terrific. I forgot where we wound up in the breakdown of awards, but some really great work, really great discussions. Not too many fights. We all were pretty amicable toward one another, but it was a terrific experience. Great work, great show. One of the trends we saw this year, which is interesting as case studies become more popular, a lot of the work was presented in case study form, the pieces of content along with it, so your case study and then maybe the radio spot that goes with. And that's very helpful, I think, to get your head around the idea and help it help with comprehension. So we saw that. It was interesting, we didn't see a ton of public service work this year, which was interesting. I expected to see a little bit more. Also, I felt like humor was a little lacking this year, maybe just COVID times and people aren't as happy, but we would love to see some humor next year in the show. And just one of the trends I think we saw this year, which was great as always, stuff we awarded was work that was thought-provoking and really made a larger impact. It went above and beyond just a regular radio spot or podcast. It sort of, it had importance in how it influenced society and the culture around it. So that was interesting. Yeah, one of the pieces of work that really stood out in the show was from Walmart. It was called Bedtime Stories. It was a way in which incarcerated people were able to speak to their children through reading them stories. It was a great tech idea. It was a beautiful storytelling. It really is a way to give back to the community, and it really resonated with all of us. We loved it. We voted it for the Grand Award in the show, and so Walmart Bedtime Stories. You know, it had some of us in tears in the jury when we heard it. We had never seen anything like it before. It was a very simple idea that connected incarcerated people with their children. They were able to reach out to them, and so they couldn't see them. They were able to tell them bedtime stories or read bedtime stories to them via the mobile phone. And it was beautiful. It was heart-wrenching. It was a way to give back to the community. It had purpose. The writing was smart. The case study was nice. So we really loved the piece.